Welcome to The Explainer. This is where we take complicated topics and break them down into clear, super practical explainers that you can actually use.
So, you're trying to get fit at home, and you're just overwhelmed, right? It feels like every single day there's some new workout, a new diet plan, a new must-do thing. It's just noise. So our mission today, we're going to cut right through it. We've gone through the expert sources and boiled it all down to a clear, actionable blueprint. The goal? To get you real results.
Okay, so here's how we're going to build this blueprint piece by piece. First up, the non-negotiable foundation. Then we'll get into the workout philosophy, the how. After that, the 3-day workout blueprint itself. We'll cover your fueling strategy, and finally, we'll talk about the truth about fats. All right, let's dive in.
All right, Section 1, the non-negotiable foundation. We're talking about why warm-ups and cool-downs matter most. And let's be real, these are the two things we all want to skip, right? But here's the thing. Every single expert agrees that skipping them is the fastest way to get hurt and stop making progress. They are not optional.
Okay, so think of it this way. A warm-up and a cool-down are not the same thing at all. They're like two totally different conversations you're having with your body. The warm-up is all about dynamic, active movement. It's you telling your body, hey, wake up, we're about to work. The cool-down, that's the opposite. It's passive, static stretches. You're telling your body, okay, job well done, time to relax, lengthen, and recover. One is a go signal, the other is a slow down signal.
So what does a perfect warm-up actually look like? Well, it's a simple 3-step process. First, you start big with full-body mobilizers. Think spot jumps or high knees, just to get that heart rate up. Second, you narrow in. You do joint-specific work, like shoulder and wrist circles, to prepare the exact joints you're about to load up. And third, you prep your core and spine. You activate that stable base with something like a cat-cow stretch. See? You're not just getting warm, you're getting ready.
All right, our bodies are prepped and ready to go. So now let's talk about the workout philosophy. Because here's the big secret. It's not really about what you do. It's all about how you do it. It's not about learning a million different exercises. It's about the principles that make them work.
And this quote really says it all. Quality over quantity every single time. Look, a perfect rep with a lighter weight is always going to be better than a sloppy, ugly rep with a heavy one. Why? Because controlled, perfect form is what actually hits the muscle you're trying to work. And more importantly, it's what keeps you from getting injured. This is about being effective, not about stroking your ego.
So how do you know if you're actually pushing yourself hard enough? Well, this is the key. The term is concentric failure. And no, that doesn't mean just getting tired. It's the exact point in a set where you literally cannot do one more rep with good form. Your form is about to break. So if your plan says to do 10 reps, you need to pick a weight where that 10th rep feels almost impossible. If you could have easily done 11 or 12, sorry, but the weight's too light. Okay, but what if you're working out at home with limited weights? How do you keep that intensity up? Well, here are 3 key tools you can use. First, short rest periods. We're talking 30 to 50 seconds, tops. This keeps your heart rate jacked. Second, strategic supersets. That's where you do 2 exercises back-to-back with 0 rest. It's a great way to cram more work in. And third, the rest-pause principle. This is where you pause for just a few seconds mid-set, just long enough to squeeze out a couple more reps. It's a fantastic way to push past failure.
Okay, we've got the foundation, we've got the philosophy, now for the actual plan. How do we structure a week of workouts? We're going to use a super simple but incredibly powerful system. There's a reason it's a classic. Push, pull, and legs. And here's what that looks like on a calendar. It's so efficient because you're grouping muscles that naturally work together. So Monday might be your push day, chest, shoulders, triceps. Tuesday is your pull day, back and biceps. Then you rest. Thursday is legs, then another rest day. Those rest days are just as important, by the way. That's when the real growth happens.
So let's break it down. On push day, you're working every muscle involved in, well, pushing things away from your body. That's your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. So you'll do big foundational moves like a dumbbell chest press, then maybe an Arnold press, which is awesome for hitting all parts of your shoulder, and finish off with something like an overhead triceps extension to really burn out those arms.
Next up is pull day.
This is all about the muscles that pull weight towards your body. Your back, your biceps, your forearms. The cornerstone here is going to be a dumbbell row. That's what builds a strong back. Of course, you'll have your bicep curls, but then we add in something like a reverse fly. And this one is so important because it strengthens those muscles in your upper back that help fix our posture from sitting at a desk all day.
And finally, everybody's favorite, leg day. And listen, you do not need a giant squat rack to build strong legs. You can do so much with dumbbells. Dumbbell squats are your base for overall leg strength. Then we can target the hamstrings with a stiff leg deadlift. And we can finish by really isolating the glutes with a glute bridge, a muscle group that, for a lot of us, is pretty sleepy.
Okay, we've built the engine. We've got the workout plan. But an engine is useless without fuel. So let's talk about the fueling strategy. Because honestly, the training is only half the battle. What you eat before and after your workout is the other absolutely critical half.
So, your body needs different things at different times. It's pretty simple. Think about it. Before your workout, what's the goal? Sustained energy. You want fuel that lasts. That's where complex carbs like a banana or some toast come in. But after the workout, the goal completely changes. Now, it's all about rapid recovery. You want to get nutrients to your muscles as fast as possible. That means fast digesting carbs and protein. Things like a whey protein shake, eggs, or even some dates.
And for our last section, let's talk about something that gets a really bad rap. Fats. We're going to get into the truth about fats. Because all the experts agree, your body absolutely, 100% needs them to function properly.
I know. It's easy to think fat is bad, but it's just not true. Healthy fats are essential. For one, they're the building blocks for your hormones, including testosterone, which is crucial for building muscle. They also help you absorb key vitamins. Without fat, vitamins A, D, E, and K are pretty much useless. And on a super practical level, fats help you feel full, which makes managing your appetite way easier.
So the big takeaway isn't avoid all fats, it's choose the right fats. You want to prioritize the good stuff, unsaturated fats. We're talking nuts, seeds, olive oil, avocados, fatty fish. The ones you want to avoid like the plague? Trans fats, the artificial stuff you find in a lot of processed and fried foods. So the rule is simple. Don't fear fat, just be smart about where you get it from.
And that's it. You have the full blueprint. See how it all connects? You've got the foundation, the philosophy of how to train, the framework of what to do each week, and the fuel to make it all work. It's a complete system.
So now you have the blueprint. The question is, what's the very first brick you're going to lay? I mean, knowledge is great, but progress only comes from action. So looking at everything we just covered, the warm-ups, the form, the schedule, the food, what's the one thing you're going to start with? What's your first step? Thanks for watching.